Hello again. Welcome back. Welcome to a new class. Welcome to class number 46. I'm glad to see you. It's good to see you back. It's good to see you back. It's a delight to have you. It's an unparalleled delight. Un deleite sin paralelo. Interesting. Eso también is from the Phantom of the Opera. It's an unparalleled delight to have you. I'm really happy to see you back. I'm glad to know that you're improving. It's good to know. Es bueno saber, se dice en inglés mucho. It's good to know you're improving. I'm glad. I'm glad to know that you're improving. Okay, let's go to camera 1 and review from yesterday to go over our translation list. Camera 1. All right. I didn't finish this yesterday, so I need to continue. Voy a subir mi nivel de inglés. I'm going to raise, escrito raíce. Por favor, no digas rise, rise. Eso es cuando algo sube, aparentemente por fuerza propia, como el sol. El sol no sube, la tierra gira, pero nos da la impresión de el sol sí sube. The sun rises. Nobody raises the sun. Ahora, si realmente fuera yo el culpable, que estoy detrás del sol empujándolo para arriba cada mañana, entonces podrías decir, why does the sun rise every day? Simple. The sun rises because Richard raises it. Con una palanca que tengo. I raise the sun. But that's not true. The sun rises every day. But you and I are going to raise. Raise. What's the first letter in the English alphabet? A. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A. Raise. I'm going to raise your English level and you're going to help me, all right? Has sumado todas las columnas. Have you added up? Have you added up? La P sí suena en inglés. P es P explosiva. Pa. Puedes apagar velas con la letra P en inglés. Papa. Se apaga. In Spanish, no. Papa. And nothing. Papa. All right. Have you added up all the columns? Have you added up all the columns? I haven't. Pues no quedan dos todavía. We still have 2 left. We still have 2 columns left to add up. All right? ¿Y cómo quieres que empiece esta carta? How do you want me to start this letter? It's not just any letter. No es una carta cualquiera. It's not just any letter. I'm not just any teacher. Vaughan Inglés 4.0 isn't just any English course. Madrid isn't just any city. It's a special city. All right? Spain isn't just any country. It's a singular country in many ways. The Spanish language isn't just any language. It's the 2nd or 3rd most important language in the world, in importance or in number of people who speak it. So Spanish isn't just any language. It's at the top of the list of languages in the world. And esta no es una carta cualquiera. This isn't just any letter. Está dirigida al presidente. It's addressed to the president. It's addressed to the president. And if we're talking about the top person in a corporation, we usually don't say president, we say the chairman. El presidente del Consejo de Administración is the chairman of the board. It's addressed to the chairman of the board. So this isn't just any letter. It's addressed to a VIP. Un VIP? En inglés no se dice a VIP, se dice un VIP. This letter is addressed to a very important person, to a VIP. Are you a VIP? Well, this letter isn't just any letter. It's addressed to a VIP. Fírmalo en el reverso, por favor. Sign it on the back, not on the front, not at the top, not at the bottom, not in the top right corner, not in the top left corner, not in the bottom right corner, and not in the bottom left corner. Sign it on the back, in the middle. On the back, in the middle. All right? A lot of prepositions here. At, on, and in. Si no hubieras sido por ti, Inés, if it hadn't been for you, I don't know where I would be now. I don't know what would be of my life if it hadn't been for you. If it hadn't been for you, I don't know where I would be if it hadn't been for you. I'd be lost if it hadn't been for you. I really don't know where I would be or what I'd be doing if it hadn't been. Si no hubiera sido, if it hadn't been for you, I really don't know. Oye, antes de que te vayas, before you leave, oh, wait, before you leave, quiero que eches un vistazo a esto. I want you to take a look. I want you to take a look at this, to look at. I want you to take a look at this. Before you leave, please. Quiero que me cuentes toda la historia, Manolo. Quiero que me cuentes toda la historia, de principio a fin. I want you, otra vez, I want you to tell me la historia entera en inglés, the whole story, from beginning to end. También podríamos decir from the beginning to the end, pero esto es una frase hecha, de principio a fin, from beginning to end, from start to finish, from beginning to end, okay? No se nos permite usar estos programas, We're not allowed to use these computer programs. No. These programs are only for authorized personnel. Authorized, autorizada, personal autorizado. These programs are only for authorized personnel. Personal de plantilla, no personal de cosas personales mías. Lo personal, mío, is spelled exactly the same as in Spanish, personal. I have personal problems. For example, I have personnel problems. Tengo problemas de personal en mi organización, pero no tengo problemas personales. I don't have personal problems, but I have personnel problems. Doble N, personnel, E-L al final, doble N justo antes. I have personnel problems. Yes, and only authorized personnel can use these computer programs. No se nos permite utilizar estos programas. Esto es voz pasiva impersonal. We are not allowed to use these programs. Contracción, we're not. O bien, we aren't allowed to use these programs. Va a haber otra reorganización. ¿Otra? Ya es la quinta. ¿Va a haber otra reorganización? Yes. Va a haber. There is going to be. There's going to be another reorganization. There is going to be another reorganization. My next teacher, and then I'll be back.
Thank you, Richard. Hi, everybody. I'm Hannah. Welcome back to another class with me. I know you've been waiting anxiously for our new class, so we're going to start reviewing with our previous class for today, okay? And we're going to say hello to my student first, and then we'll get started, because I know you're anxious to get started. Okay, hi, David.
Hi, how are you?
Great, how are you today?
I'm very well, thank you.
Okay, great. So are you ready for our review for today?
Yes, I'm ready.
Great. David's always ready. I don't know why I ask him. I just ask him, are you ready? And he says, yes, I'm ready. Okay, let's get started. Here we go. Practicing the structure, I'd rather. Here we go, preferiría. Do you want Juan to do it?
No, I'd rather you did it.
Okay, very good. Repeat.
No, I'd rather you did it.
Okay, very good. So no, I'd rather you did it. Does Juan want me to do it?
No, he'd rather I did it.
Very good. No, he'd rather I did it. Do they want us to make dinner?
No, they'd rather they made dinner.
Very good. They'd rather they made dinner. So remember, the structure here is I'd rather, es preferiría. I'd rather, again, you or he or she, we're using the subject pronoun, okay? Más verbo en pasado, okay? So I'd rather he did it. I'd rather you did it. I'd rather he made dinner. More examples. Do you want Jose to send it?
No, I'd rather you sent it.
Okay, very good. No, I'd rather you sent it. Does Pepe want me to call him?
No, he'd rather I called him.
Okay, very good. No, he'd rather I called him. So remember, I'd rather, preferiría, plus subject pronoun. No complemento, pero sujeto. Subject pronoun más verbo en pasado, plus verb in past simple. Okay, translation list. Oh, this is actually good because you're very good with translation lists. So
Okay.
let's see how you do today. Voy a subir mi nivel de inglés.
I'm going to raise my English level.
Okay, good. Repeat. Raise.
Raise.
Eso es. So repeat again.
I'm going to raise my English level.
Okay, very good. All right, so let's say the sentence clearly and well. Here we go. I'm going to raise my English level. Okay, a lot of people say level of English. That's okay too. You can say I'm going to raise my level of English. Okay,
Okay.
but English level, you can say that as well. Okay, ¿has sumado todas las columnas?
Have you added up?
Added up
Have you added up all the columns?
columns.
Columns.
Okay, muy bien. So let me repeat. Have you added up all the columns? Added up. So here we're using sumar, right? To add up. Okay, we have to say to add up because si no usamos up sería añadir. Y no queremos añadir. We want sumar, to add up. Nos quedan dos todavía.
We have two left yet.
Okay, we still.
We still have two left.
Okay, muy bien. So we still have two left. ¿Cómo quieres que empiece yo la carta?
How do you want me to start the letter?
Very good. Excellent. How do you want me to start the letter? How do you want me to start the letter? Esta no es una carta cualquiera.
This isn't a common letter.
Okay, this isn't just any letter.
Okay.
Eso. So that expression. This isn't just any letter. Repeat.
This isn't just any letter.
Okay. Está dirigida al presidente.
It's addressed to the president.
Very good. It's addressed to the president. Very good. Fírmalo en el reverso.
Sign it up.
Sin up.
Sign it
Eso.
on the back.
Very good. Okay. Sign it on the back. Sign it on the back. Si no hubiera por ti. Oh, perdón. Si no hubiera sido por ti.
If it hadn't been because of you.
If it hadn't been for you.
Okay.
Yes. Okay.
If it hadn't been for you.
Okay. Excellent. So if it hadn't been for you, and continue. Antes de que te vayas, quiero que eches un vistazo a esto.
Before leaving, take a look to this.
Okay, quiero que eches. I want you.
Okay. Before leaving, I want you to take a look to this.
At this.
Okay.
Yes, okay. The translation is before you leave or before leaving, I want you to take a look at this. Quiero que me cuentes la historia completa de principio a fin.
I want you to tell me the whole story from the beginning to the end.
Okay, good. Casi, casi. Almost perfect. I want you to tell me the whole story from beginning to end.
Okay.
And let me do the last two quickly, okay? No se nos permite utilizar esos programas. We're not allowed to use those programs. Y va a haber otra reorganización. There's going to be another reorganization. Okay, so I'm going to continue practicing with David and see you next time. Back to Richard.
All right, welcome back. One more section on I would rather. I'd rather play tennis than go to the dentist, right? I'd rather play tennis than go to the dentist, okay? I'd rather play herc than go to work. Herc? Herc? What's herc? I don't know, but it must be better than work. Okay, I'd rather be a sparrow than a snail. Would you rather have 3 arms or 3 eyes? Would you rather have 3 legs or 3 arms? Would you rather live in Italy or in France if you couldn't live in Spain? If you couldn't live in Spain, would you rather live in the United Kingdom or in the United States? Would you rather have a Porsche or a Rolls Royce if you had to choose? Tough choice. Would you rather live in sub-Saharan Africa or in Pakistan? Would you rather have $1 million or £1 million? Would you rather marry a rich but ugly woman or a poor, beautiful woman if you're a man? And if you're a woman, Ines, Laura, Paula, would you rather marry a rich, ugly man or a poor, handsome man? All right. Would you rather, Ines, Paula, would you rather have 10 children or only 1? Well, interesting question for some of you women. Would you rather have 5 children or no children? Which would you rather have? Would you rather go to work by bus or by subway, underground? Would you rather go to work by bus or underground? Would you rather use, ask me if I would rather use camera 2 or camera 1. Richard, would you rather use camera 2 or camera 1? Would you rather, would you rather, would you rather, would you rather, would you rather use camera 2 or camera 1? To tell you the truth, I'd rather use camera 1. So let's change. Would you rather, would you rather have a long beard or a long mustache? I'd rather have a long mustache, a Fu Manchu mustache, yeah. Would you rather have no hair on your head or no fingers on your hands? I'd rather have no hair on my head. Would you rather have $1 million or lose your little finger? Well, excuse me, I don't understand. I'd rather have $1 million. Well, I didn't explain myself well. Would you rather lose your finger, little finger, in exchange for $10 million or continue like now? You're asking me a difficult question. You're saying, would I rather, prefería yo perder el meñique, dedo meñique, pero salir de aquí con $10 millones, no está mal, 8 millones de euros. Would I rather lose my little finger in exchange for $10 million or continue like now? If you cut off my little finger, will it be local anesthesia or general anesthesia? General. So when I wake up, I will wake up with $10 million, but I'll be missing 1 finger. Hello. All right. You know, to tell you the truth, I'd rather continue living like I live now. I don't need the money, and I tell you, I like my little fingers. They're nice, these little fingers. El dedo meñique se dice simplemente, bueno, se puede decir pinky, pero se suele decir little finger. So, yeah, and you? Would you rather have 8 million euros and 1 little finger less? Would you rather have that or to continue living like you are? Of course, it's relative. If you're having financial problems, serious financial problems, I can understand that maybe you could be tempted by this offer. Yeah, I'll give you 8 million euros, you give me your little finger. You can choose the hand. I don't care if it's your left hand or your right hand, but you have to be willing, tienes que estar dispuesto a, you have to be willing to submit your little finger to a surgical operation of removal. We will remove your little finger. Don't worry, everything will be okay. The recovery is quick. It's a question of 2 or 3 days. And then 8 million euros in your bank account. What do you think? Which would you rather do? Would you rather lose a finger and be rich for the rest of your life? Filthy rich, loaded, rolling in it, swimming in money? Or would you rather continue like you are now, en la lucha de la vida, la lucha por la vida, Life is a struggle. It's always swimming against the current. It's always running uphill. Life is an uphill battle. Una batalla cuesta arriba. Would you rather play tennis or go to the dentist? Which? Would you rather play tennis or go to the dentist? Would you rather be a famous singer or a famous businessman or businesswoman? Would you rather be a powerful politician or a famous clown? Payaso, a famous clown. Would you rather be a famous musician, a violinist, okay, or a famous baseball player, for example? Would you rather be an English teacher like me or work in a shoe shop, helping people decide on what kind of shoes to buy? Would you rather own a pen factory or a candy factory? Okay, de galletas, or, bueno, candy no, de dulces, sweets. Would you rather eat only chocolate ice cream for the rest of your life or only vanilla ice cream for the rest of your life? Only that. Would you rather speak perfect English or perfect French? Would you rather understand English perfectly, or speak English perfectly, in detriment of the other? Do you understand? Would you rather be able, preferir es poder, would you rather be able to understand perfectly but continue with your current speech, or vice versa, to speak perfectly but continue with understanding problems? Which would you rather be able to do? Would you rather have a fantastic car or a fantastic house? What's more important for you? Would you rather have a beautiful poor wife, repitiendo algo antes, or a rich ugly wife or husband? What do you think? All right. Would you rather be a movie star or a street sweeper, un barrendero de calles? Which would you rather be? I would rather be a street sweeper than a famous movie star. Okay, let's pass to our sponsors for a few minutes, and then I'll be right back. Preferencias puntuales. Cuando hablamos de preferencias puntuales en el momento, es mucho más corriente decir would you rather. ¿Es correcto? Do you prefer? Or would you prefer? Si alguien me ofrece café o té, do you prefer coffee or tea? Es precioso inglés, perfecto. Do you prefer coffee or tea? Pero ese do you prefer coffee or tea también puede ser una pregunta genérica. En general, ante estas situaciones, ¿prefieres el café o el té? Ok, ahora, si es puntual en ese momento, oye, ¿café o té? Would you rather have a coffee or tea? I'd rather have coffee, please. I'd rather be a sparrow than a snail. I'd rather be a hammer than a nail. Y ya está con would rather. See you later after the next teacher.
Thank you very much, Richard, and welcome back to Vaughan Inglés 4.0. Yeah, sorry, es que me sale así ya. All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Alberto Alonso, but don't worry about that. Don't worry about my name. Right here to my right is a tremendous student. She is working her way up. Está allí llegando a las cimas. She's working her way up to be one of my best students. Now, she's doing a great job, and I hope that you're doing a great job too, because if Diana's learning and you're not, that's not good. So follow along. Repeat it with us out loud. Yeah, you have to. It's the way it works. All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, please welcome Diana. Hello, how are you?
Hi, Alberto, how are you?
Do you like your introductions? I mean, I give you you never give me any points for anything.
True. Yes.
Can
Maybe
I have some
day
points?
because I don't know. I wasn't sure about your introduction. You have to say more good things about me.
More good things.
Yes, to get more
my
points.
God. She's very, how do you say exigente?
No.
Te pillé con una. Toma. Eso no está escrito aquí, ¿no? Okay, exigente is demanding. Pero seguro que ya lo tienes como, since she has an incredible memory and remembers everything, and she has X-ray vision and can see my notes. All right, how do you say exigente?
Demanding.
So you're very demanding.
Yes, I am.
Yeah, at least she admits it. Al menos lo admite. Okay, ask me if I'm very demanding.
Are you very demanding?
It depends on what we're talking about. Sometimes I can be a very demanding person, and sometimes I'm not very demanding. So it depends. But with my students, I'm very demanding.
Okay.
Okay? All right, no, not that demanding, but I try to be, because why am I demanding with you when we're talking about English?
Because it's good for us to.
Yeah, I want you to improve. And if I'm not demanding, if I don't push you, then you're not motivated, right? But the good thing is also you need your own motivation. The teacher can help. I can motivate you. I can help motivate you. I know how to do that. But you have to be self-motivated too. Es muy importante que estés motivada tú mismo, right? So self-motivated. Okay, how do you say estas palabras lo odio en español? ¿Preferirías? ¿Lo he dicho bien?
Yes.
5 points.
10 points.
10 points for me. Toma. Okay, so preferirías. Y lo he dicho otra vez. Lo odio, no sé. Es como una canción, ¿no? Algo. Preferirías. Okay, how do you say preferirías jugar al tenis o al pádel?
Would you rather play in paddle or tennis?
Tenemos un problema
To
ahí.
play. Oh, yeah.
Okay, so rewind. Tell me again.
Would you rather to play tennis or no?
Quítame el to. Es que no me gusta ese to.
Okay.
Suena muy raro.
Would you like play?
Pero
Ah,
no me
would you-
cambies la
would you
frase.
rather- okay. Would you rather play football or tennis?
Ok, bueno, me da igual que si cambias el deporte. Ya sabes la respuesta, esa también. Would I rather play football or play? Would you rather, y usamos el verbo básico, pero sin to. Okay? Would you like, usa el to. Okay? ¿Y qué el would you mind? ¿Te importaría? ¿Se te importaría sentarte? How do you say that?
Would you mind sitting down?
5 points. 5 points. Would you mind, te importaría, va con ing. Would you like to, va con el infinitivo. Y este, would you rather, va con el infinitivo, pero sin el to.
Okay.
Okay? So, ask me the question again.
Would you rather play football or paddle?
I would rather play football. I'll ask you the same question. Would you rather watch football or watch tennis?
I would rather.
Vamos a contraer, porque siempre es
I'd-
más natural,
okay.
right?
I'd rather watch football.
Right. I'd rather. How do you say ella preferiría? Oh, me sale bien ahora, ya. 5 more points. Ella preferiría jugar con los niños.
She'd rather play with children.
Yeah, we'd, nosotros, right? Entonces siempre es lo mismo cuando pones un would. He would, él lo haría. He'd do it. De la contracción es la D, nada más. He'd, we'd, you'd, right? Okay, would you rather go to the cinema or to see a play?
I'd rather go to see a play.
I'd rather go see a play. Ask me the same question.
Would you rather go to see a play or to the cinema?
I'd rather go see a play too. Okay? Yeah, it's more exciting. It's more exciting. A film you can watch anytime. Okay, ask me if I would rather play golf or play cricket.
Would you rather play golf or play cricket?
I don't know. It's a difficult one. I think I'd rather play golf. Mini golf. Yeah, I like mini golf. That's fun.
Yes.
Would you rather play golf or mini golf?
I'd rather play mini
I'd-
golf. I'd rather play mini golf.
Yeah, it's more fun.
Yes.
I think it's more
and
fun.
easier.
Yeah, it's easier too. Would you rather speak English or Spanish with me?
I'd rather speak English with you.
That's the correct answer. 5 points. Okay. Ask me if I'd rather speak English or Spanish.
You'd rather.
Would you?
Would
Okay,
you? Would you rather speak English or Spanish?
Doesn't matter. I like to switch. I prefer Spanglish. That's my favorite. Yeah. This way I don't have to choose. Okay. Ask me if I'd rather have a cup of tea or a cup of coffee.
Would you rather have a cup of tea or a cup of coffee?
I'll take a cup of tea, please. Go ahead. Oh, oh no, you're not gonna.
No, I thought you
I
were.
thought you were
going-
offering. Oh, I thought you were offering. Okay. Would you rather have a tea or a Coca-Cola?
I'd rather have a Coca-Cola.
Estamos haciendo publicidad. Coca-Cola. Drink Coca-Cola. No, we're not doing publicity. Okay. Ask me if I would rather teach English or Chinese.
Would you rather teach English or Chinese?
Well, I think I'd rather teach English just because I have a little problem. I can't speak Chinese.
Yes, it's a
So,
very big problem.
I don't think I could teach it very well. Unless, well, if they didn't know anything, I would make it up, lo inventaría. How do you say aplazar?
To postpone
Postpone, pero
Or
el verbo compuesto.
to put off.
10 points. 10 points to put off. Now, how many points do you have so far?
Get and take.
Give or take.
Give or take.
Casi. Es que si tuviera, if you had said it correctly, I would give you 10 more. Pero es la próxima. Next time, give or take. Eso es más o menos. Give or take. Yeah.
Give or take 200, I think.
200. Wow.
Yeah.
You're catching up.
Yes.
Estás alcanzando. You're catching up to Rachel of the River,
Yes.
who was my star student. I think her total was 1,800. She had a lot. So you have a lot of work to do, but you're doing well. You're on the right track. Estás en buen camino. No sé si se dice así, pero vas en bien buen camino. You're on the right track. To be on the right track. Right? You're on the right track. You're doing a great job. Ask me if I'd rather go to the beach or the mountains.
Would you rather go to the beach or to the mountains?
No mountains, pero mountains, como
Mountains.
10. One more time.
Would you rather go to the beach or to the mountains?
It depends. In the summer, I'd rather go to the beach. In the winter, I'd rather go to the mountains. What about you? Would you rather go to the beach or the mountains?
I'd rather go to the beach.
You'd rather go to the even in the winter?
Yes, even in the winter.
Do you go swimming? Are you one of these crazy polar bear?
No, I'm not, but just to see the sea. And
Okay, sure. Oh, it's relaxing too
Yeah.
to hear the waves. Sure, absolutely. Okay. Would you rather live in Spain or the United States?
I'd rather live in Spain.
Right, sure. Would you rather live in Canada or Brazil?
I'd rather live in Brazil,
Yeah, she was in Canada recently. Where were you in Canada?
in Toronto.
Okay. Would you rather live in Toronto or in New York City?
I'd rather live in New York City.
Yeah, that's the right answer. That's the right answer. All right, all right. Well, we have to say goodbye because we're running out of time. But keep practicing. You're doing a great job. And at home, keep practicing. You'll improve. I promise. Bye-bye.
Okay, welcome back. I want to go home now. I don't want to continue. Me queda un bloque. I have only one segment left in this program, but really, to tell you the truth, I feel like going home. I feel like going home. Hay una canción. I want to go home. 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 It's the same as La Piara, no? In Spanish. I don't know which is the original. La Piara? I don't remember. Más bueno que el pan, right? Más bueno que el pan. Okay, in Spanish. But is the original in Spanish or is the original in English? Quiero ir a casa. I want to go home. 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 Please let me leave. I want to go home. But I have to change the camera 1 before I can go home. So 1, 2, 3. Yes, go home. Se decía mucho antes, es que tengo que alinearme, mucho antes, cuando vine a España, menos hoy en día se dice Yankee go home. Yankee go home. Yankee vete a casa. Yankee go home. It didn't bother me porque yo no soy Yankee, soy de los Estados Confederados del Sur, soy sureño. Yankee in English, Yankee is not a despective word at all. It's the opposite. It's a good word. People like to say, I'm a Yankee. Well, I'm a Yankee Doodle dandy, a Yankee Doodle do or die. Yankee Doodle went to town riding on a pony. I am the Yankee Doodle guy. Okay, and you remember the song? Yankee Doodle went to town riding on a pony, stuck a feather in his hat and called it macaroni. Okay, Yankee. Yankee go home. Now, in English, to be purist, a Yankee is not an American, okay? A Yankee is an American from in the North section in the Civil War. The Yankees and the rebels, or rebeldes, or the Yankees and the Confederate States of America, all right? So, and now a very famous baseball team, the most famous baseball team in the United States, similar to the Real Madrid in Spain, is the New York Yankees. But when people are angry with the United States, outside of the United States, or when the people want the Americans to go back, to leave their country, it's very common to hold up placards or signs saying, Yankee go home. Lo importante aquí es, no dicen Yankee go to home. Yankee go home. Y la canción, I want to go home. Ir a casa es go home. Yeah. Get home is llegar a casa. To get home is llegar a casa. En ambos casos no se pone tú. To get home To go home, to leave home, okay? To be at home, toma. To stay at home. Aunque se dice mucho en Estados Unidos to stay home. I like to stay home on the weekends. I like to stay at home. Where are you? I'm at home. Cuando es el verbo to be, es siempre at home. Where are you, Richard? Now? Well, I'm at home. Why? You're at home. Well, what are you doing at home? You're supposed to be in the television studio. My God. Yeah, I'm late. Oh my God, I didn't realize the time. Yes, I'm at home. Okay? And we'll leave home immediately. All right. So, to go home, to get home, cuando es llegar, la llegada misma, to leave home, salir de casa, marcharse de casa, or to be at home or to stay at home. To be at home is estar en casa. To stay at home is permanecer en casa, quedarse en casa. Everybody went to the party last night, but I had a slight fever, a slight temperature, so I decided to stay at home. Yo diría probablemente I decided to stay home. In the United States, we say both. I recommend stay at home because I think it's universal, and to be at home. But go home. Yes. What time do you go home after work? I go home between 9 and 10 o'clock at night when I have to do these television programs. If I don't have these television programs, I go home around 8:15. No, miento. Well, yes, I leave my office around 8:15 and I get home at 8:45. It takes me 30 minutes to go home from door to door, from the door of my office to the door of my house. It takes me 30 minutes to go home. And I get home at 8:45. I leave the office at 8:15. And the next morning, pobre de mí, poor me, pobre yo, decimos en inglés, poor me. The next morning, I leave home at 7 o'clock. And I get to the radio station, because I have a radio show in the morning, at 7:30. Nope, miento. Nope, it's not true. I get to the radio station at 7:20. It takes me 20 minutes to go to work, to the radio. It takes me 20 minutes. But I leave home very early. There isn't much traffic. It's nice. It's nice to leave home before the rest of the city leaves home. You feel like you are the owner. Yo soy propietario, dueño y señor de esta ciudad. Yes, cuando piso la calle se oye las pisadas. Yes, because it's my city. When you leave home very early, it gives you the feeling that you are in control of the elements. You are in control of your environment, okay? It's not true, of course, but the feeling you have, if you have that feeling every day, begins to affect your psychology in a positive way, in my opinion. How to gain control. Ortega said soy yo en mis circunstancias. How to gain control of your circunstancias. How to gain control of your circumstances. It's impossible, of course, but you can gain control of some of your circumstances, and it gives you a wonderful feeling of manifest destiny, that you are controlling your destiny and changing it at will, okay? Que el destino se conforma a tu voluntad. It's impossible, but you can progress a bit in the right direction in this. All right, and one of the tricks, un truco, is to leave home early, to get up early and leave home before the rest of the people. Yes, ya salgo con ventaja cada día y me da ventaja el resto del día, el resto de la semana y el mes y del año y de la vida. Yes, to go home, ir a casa. To get home, llegar a casa. To leave home, salir de casa. O sea, aquí no usamos preposiciones. To go home, get home, leave home. Go home, get home, leave home. Yankee, go home. I wanna go home. I wanna go home. I'm tired of teaching. I want to go home. All right? Well, if you're tired, Manolo, go home. I can't. And why can't you go home? Because I'm already at home. Okay, this is my house. I'm at home. Okay. I'll be back in a few minutes, all right? And we'll close this program.
everyone. Thank you, Richard. I'm Natasha, your teacher, and today we're going to work on many different things. And to help me work on these different things and to help you improve, I'm here with a very responsible student who studies every day, and her name is Diana. How are you?
Fine, thank you.
Is this true? Are you very responsible? Did you study more this time?
Yes, of course.
Of course.
I've told you.
How long did you study for?
2 hours.
2 hours, very good. 1 hour studying what we had to do today,
Yes.
and another hour doing what?
Reading.
Reading, just reading a novel?
Out loud.
Reading out loud, a novel or
Yes.
a magazine, or what was it?
A novel.
A novel, very good. You were practicing out loud to work on your pronunciation then?
Yes.
Very good. So take note of what she does to work on her English, because her English is very good, okay? All right, before we work on the new point of the day, we're going to work on the vocabulary, okay? As you know, we're going to work on 5 words, and we're going to work on especially the pronunciation of these words, okay? So remember, just like Diana, to say these words out loud, okay? Let's start. The first word is carterista. Do you know how to say this? Very good. Pickpocket. Pickpocket. Repeat. Pickpocket. Remember that the accent goes on the first word. Pickpocket, or on the first syllable. Pickpocket. Repeat. That's good. Very good. Diana.
Pickpocket.
Very good. Pickpocket. I don't know what happened to me. Pickpocket. Okay, the next word is escéptico. How do you say this? Very good. Skeptical. Skeptical. I never, ever want to hear skeptical, okay? Skeptical. Repeat. Very good. Diana, do you know how to say this?
Skeptical.
Very good. Skeptical. Again?
Skeptical.
Very good pronunciation. The next word is astuto. Do you know how to say this? Shrewd. Shrewd. This is difficult to pronounce. So you have the SH sound. Shrewd. Repeat. Very good. Shrewd. Let's see if Diana can say this.
Shrewd.
Very good. Shrewd. One more time.
Shrewd. Shrewd.
Tell me to shh. Be quiet. Now, shrewd.
Shrewd.
Very good. Okay. The next word is fiabilidad. Do you know how to say this? Okay, this is difficult to pronounce, okay, because it's reliability. Reliability. Repeat. Very good. I don't know what's wrong with me today that my words can't come out of my mouth. Can you repeat?
Reliability.
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 One more time.
Reliability.
Very good, okay. And then the last word is repugnante. How do you say this? One more time. One more time. Sickening. Very good. Sickening, okay. Sickening, okay. 3 syllables. Sickening. One more time. Very good. Let's see if Diana can say this last word.
Sickening.
Very good. Is anything sickening here?
No, it's
No,
good.
no. It's fine, okay? Now let's work on the new point of the day, okay? We're going to work on the word home, okay? Casa, okay? As you know, home can be either home, casa, or house, okay? But today we're going to work on home because when you put it with the verb to go, you don't put a preposition and you don't put a possessive adjective, okay? So for example, me voy a casa, I will go home. I will go home, not go to, okay? Very important. So I'm going to say sentences in Spanish, and you and Diana have to say these sentences in English, okay? Always using the word home, okay? Remember, I know I'm very annoying, but you have to say these sentences out loud to work on your pronunciation, okay? Let's start. Are you ready, Diana?
Yes.
Okay. Quiero irme a casa.
I want to go home.
Is that true? Do you want to go home?
No.
No. Ask me.
Do you want to go home?
No, I don't want to go home, okay? And I hope you are, if you're at home, I hope you're okay there, but I don't want to go home because I want to be with you, okay? The next sentence is for you at home, okay? ¿Te vas a casa ahora? Very good. Are you going home now? Are you going home now? Okay, not going to home, but going home now, okay? So, Diana, are you going home now?
No, I'm not going home now.
Very good, okay? Next sentence is for you, Diana, okay? Ella no quiere volver a casa todavía.
She doesn't want to go home yet.
Very good. One more time.
She doesn't want to go home yet.
Very good. She doesn't want to go home yet. She doesn't want to go home, never go to, go home yet. Repeat at home. Very good. She doesn't want to go home yet, okay? The next sentence is for you at home, okay? Deberías irte a casa si no te sientes bien. Very good. You should go home if you're not feeling well. You should go home if you're not feeling well, okay? Diana, are you feeling well or should you go home?
No, I'm feeling well, so I'm not going home.
Very good. I'm feeling well, so I'm not going home. Okay, the next sentence is for Diana. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Le dije a ella que volviera a su casa.
I told her to go home.
Very good. I told her to go home. I told her to go home. Okay, the next one is also for Diana. You ready? ¿Irás a tu casa antes de ir a la fiesta?
Will you go home?
Sorry?
Will you go?
Will? Yeah.
Will you go home before going to the party?
Very good. One more time.
Will you go home before going to the party?
Very good. Will you go home before going to the party? The next one is for you at home. Everyone's doing very well today, okay? So let's keep on going, okay? Cuando viajo siempre tengo ganas de volver a casa. Very good. When I travel, I always feel like going home, okay? Or I always feel like going back home as well, okay? When I travel, I always feel like going back home. Let's ask Diana. When you travel, do you feel like going back home?
No.
No?
When I travel, I don't feel
feel
like going home.
Okay, one more time.
When I travel, I don't feel like going home.
Very good, okay? When I travel, I feel like going home and like having homemade food and being in my bed and all that. Don't you?
Yes, it depends on the travel, but
On the trip?
in the trip.
Okay, it depends on the trip. Okay, very good. Are you ready for the next one, Diana? Because
Yes.
it's for you, okay? Let's see if you get this one perfect just as well as the other ones, okay? All right. Tengo que ir a mi casa a buscarlo.
I have to go home to look for it,
Okay, to look for it, okay? And para recogerlo?
to pick it up.
Very good. So say both.
I have to go home to pick it up.
Or?
I have to go at home to look for it.
Very good, very good. Okay, the next one is for you at home, okay? Susan siempre vuelve a casa para comer. Susan siempre vuelve a casa para comer. Very good. Susan always goes back home to have lunch. Or Susan always goes home to have lunch, okay? Comer al mediodía is to have lunch, okay? Diana, do you always go home to have lunch?
No, I never go home back to. No, I
never go back home.
Yes, I never go back home to have lunch.
Very good, okay? The next one, okay? Estaba de camino a casa cuando me encontré con él.
I was on my way to home.
I was on my way
home.
Home?
Okay, I was on my way home when I ran into him.
Very good. I'm very proud of her. Okay, this was difficult, okay? Encontrarse a alguien por casualidad is to run into someone, okay? Very, very good. To run into someone, okay? So I was on my way home when I ran into him. I was on my way home when I ran into him. Repeat. Very good. I was on my way home when I ran into him. Okay, let's get Diana to repeat once more very quickly.
I was on my way home when I ran into him.
Very, very good. I'm very proud of you, and I'm very proud of you. I'll see you next time. Bye.
Go home, come home, leave home, get home. I forgot to teach come. Come home. Lassie, come home. El perro Lassie. There was a sequel to the movie. Is Lassie, come home. Lassie, ven a casa. Come home. Come home. And I want you to stay at home this evening and this weekend and try to study English at least a little bit. The more you study, the more you learn. The more you learn, the better you speak. The more you speak, the better impression you make. And the better impression you make, the more opportunities you have. And the more opportunities you have, the more possibilities you have of being successful. And the more successful you are, usually the happier you are. So there is a correlation between studying and being happy. Okay, see you tomorrow.